I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comics and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at Amazing Spider-Man issue number 796. What happens to Peter Parker when a bunch of old faces walk back into his life? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Alrighty then, so as we join the story, we check on in with Agent Anti-Venom. Flash Thompson got himself the Anti-Venom suit back during the Venom Inc. storyline, and now he's out there being a hero again. Personally, I would argue he should maybe work on a better name than Agent Anti-Venom. That doesn't really roll off the tongue, and in a fight situation, it's going to be a lot for his allies to call. Peter's happy to see his old friend doing so well again, but at the same time, he's slightly jealous that the people of New York are starting to like this shiny new hero more than they are him. Heck, even J. Jonah Jameson, who is now aware Spider-Man is Peter Parker, isn't paying the webhead near as much attention on his blog, saying that Agent Anti-Venom is the real freaking menace. Now at the Bugle, Peter hears about his next assignment. It seems that the Alchemax Corporation is showcasing a brand new renewable energy source that they think is going to revolutionize the world as we know it. Being the Bugle's new science and tech editor, Peter gets sent to oversee the entire thing, and hey, wouldn't you know it, the place is just jumping with familiar faces. Liz Allen is there, and why she even hired Flash Thompson, who is in the city and in need of work, to be the brand new head of security for this event. Then there's Mary Jane, who's still working for Stark Industries, who was also at the event trying to see what the competition has going on. Pete and MJ actually talk each other up. She says it's nice to see Peter bounce back from such a public failure, and Pete says it's nice to see Mary Jane succeeding so well in the high-powered business world. Now, it just wouldn't be a Spider-Man comic if this happy event showcasing science wasn't attacked by some supervillains. In this case, it's Phil Urich and the Goblin Underground. Unfortunately for the bad guys, this event is just lousy with superheroes right now, as both Flash and Pete suit up to go fight the good fight. This battle actually proves to be a pretty interesting showcase for Flash Thompson, who uses his field medic skills to help a guard who got his hand chopped off by the villains. Spider-Man also says that if Agent Anti-Venom is going to be fighting crime in New York City, then he's going to have to up his quip quota, and quick. Man, try saying that 5 times fast. What's truly surprising is that the Goblin King actually didn't want to steal the new power source at all. In fact, he was after that experimental bomb medal that we saw back in the annual. Flash goes to defend the crowd, which means Spider-Man is left fighting it out with Urich. Now, before he was able to take this guy down no problem when he had a much more high-tech suit. Now it's actually the Goblin who has gadget advantage and is able to incapacitate Spider-Man with a sonic scream attack. Help comes, though, in the most unexpected of forms. You see, J. Jonah Jameson is actually able to get inside Spider-Man's own communicator and balance out the sonic attack with a bunch of old man music. And wow, did I never think I'd live to see the day that J. Jonah Jameson becomes Spider-Man's man in the chair, but hey, here we are. With Jonah's help, Spider-Man's able to beat the Goblin King and save the day. And hey, things get even better when one of Peter's co-workers at the paper talks shit about him for running away when the going got tough. MJ actually steps up to defend him. It's then heavily implied that the two ended up spending the night together. Oh, you don't say, and so close to a landmark 800th issue, my. And hey, speaking of big landmark issues, what about the new villain they keep pushing for that, the Red Goblin? Well, as we check in with Norman Osborn, it seems that he's reached an agreement with the Carnage symbiote. In exchange for agreeing to some good old-fashioned ultra-violence, Norman gets the symbiote to purge the nanomachines that Spider-Man had put in his body, keeping him from becoming the Green Goblin again. Because I guess that's just a power the symbiotes have now. Osborn gets his face fixed, and it also means he now has the opportunity to do something completely new. Create a terrifying hybrid of Carnage symbiote and Goblin serum. And it's right around there the comic ends. So that's Amazing Spider-Man, everybody. And overall, this issue was okay. It's certainly nice to see so many supporting Spider-Man characters show back up for a spell. It's good to see the events of Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man have started to bleed over into the main book now, what with J. Jonah Jameson knowing Peter Parker is Spider-Man and what that could mean for him going forward. It's cool to see Peter and MJ interact with each other again, although I've been trained to never trust anything like that, given Marvel's almost comedic level of disdain for the relationship all these years. While this issue didn't change my life, it was pretty decent, and I'll be interested for this whole Red Goblin stuff to finally start rolling now that the slow boil seems to be done. Overall, I'd give this one a 6 out of 10. So that's Amazing Spider-Man 796, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, be sure to take a closer
actually look at some of these other ones I've been working on. Then you can follow me on social media at Cape Joel so you always know what I'm doing next. And hey, if you like what I do and are feeling in a supportive mood, please check out my Patreon link down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. And with that, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.